Now, after an extended half-term closure, schools reopened yesterday, but some head teachers have reported that less than 10 minutes into day one, they got an email telling them that PE lessons are to be restricted. The guidance from the Department for Communities states that physical education classes can only take place outdoors and must be limited to groups of 15 pupils. That's about half the size of your normal class. It came as a surprise to Diane Dawson, who is principal of Braniel Primary School. She spoke to Evening Extra reporter Michael Fitzpatrick yesterday.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous for it to arrive into my email inbox at 7 minutes past 9 this morning when we have returned to school, and then to have to try and tell my staff that they are not allowed outdoors with more than 15 children, but they are to stay in their classroom for 6 hours technically with them, with no respite. It's just ridiculous.
Diane, what does this mean now for how you deliver PE within the school?
It means we can't deliver it at the moment. It means that I don't have the resources for 15 children to be retained somewhere while a teacher goes out with 15 children. So we can't actually deliver PE as part of the curriculum in the guise that they've given us at the moment.
Well, let's discuss this with Sue Wilkinson, who is CEO of the Association for Physical Education. Thanks very much for being with us, Sue. When you hear Diane Dawson saying, that's it, we just can't do PE now, what's your reaction to that?
Good morning, Sarah. Well, obviously it's very challenging for principals to able logistically to deliver with half a class, and it's quite bemusing as to the rationale behind this. When children are in the classroom for such a long time that they can only take 15 outdoors when they really need some physical education to support them physically, socially, emotionally and cognitively.
What do you make of the way it was done, just 10 minutes into the new school half-term, after half-term?
Well, that must have been very difficult for principals to manage that. The lessons may have already started, and logistically that's quite hard to have. How do you manage 15 in and 15 out when you haven't got enough staff to do that? So it must have been quite challenging for schools.
Yeah, PE historically seen as less important than other school subjects, but you had managed to turn quite a corner on that.
Absolutely. You know, there's irrefutable research now across the world, the impact physical education has on all aspects of young people's lives, and the impact on the outcomes for them is critical, particularly facing COVID. They need to be physically and emotionally well during this awful time.
Yeah, I mean, and just finally, neither of us are virologists, Sue, but at the same time, what do you think the rationale is about having it? I get it, outside, but then why do you need to restrict numbers if you're outside and you're socially distanced, I wonder?
As you say, yeah, I'm quite bemused by that because, you know, you've got a lot more space outside for 30 children or even in a school hall as opposed to sat down in a classroom. So I can only understand that it's about caution, and maybe they think it's the best way to protect people, but actually it isn't, we don't think. Okay. And we think if the risk is mitigated, schools are absolutely fine to do PE indoor and outdoor.
Good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. Sue Wilkinson from the Association for Physical Education.